The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I am Matt.
And we got a show for you this week. Hey,
Ooh.
It's a show about reviews. It's a show about comedy.
Oh,
It's a show about us and what we bring to the table.
I bring a frosty mug of root beer every to the table.
What are you bringing to the table this year, Chet? Well, I got myself a frosty mug of root beer. Read 'em and wheat, boys. Gas, moans around the table. They know they've been defeated again by the simplicity of a frosty mug of root beer. Our podcast is exactly like that. Like, wow. You think it's just a frosty mug of root beer? But think about it. Isn't everything you want just a frosty mug of rooted beers? I know that's true for me. I could also use a massage.
Ooh. Say more.
From Google for the Tulip Chinese Massage Spa in, where is this? Green Bay, Wisconsin. Blair Zhang writes, the first time I went in about 2 months ago, I had a masseuse who was the best I ever have. She was quiet, hit all the right spots, and used perfect pressure points. She didn't try to make small talk and didn't ask for a tip. Gave a good tip. Left it in the room anyway. I didn't give her her name or remember her face. She didn't speak English very good and had on a mask. I came back from another appointment today with a different lady. She was very thin and had blunt bangs. It was the worst massage I ever had. I had to ask her a few times to be less rough and if she could use oil. She had this annoying and painful technique to pinch my skin so hard and punch me. She is supposed to punch in muscle and fatty areas, but she kept hitting my bones many times, and I even said ouch a few times. Cringing the whole time, but made it through. I was upset and in so much pain, I just wanted to run out. But she demanded a tip before I walked out, and if I didn't, she wouldn't give me water. LOL. I gave her a few dollars and told her the pinching and punching was painful and not to do that. 3 stars. Responsible owner. Thank you for the great review. Your continuing business is well appreciated.
The business is continuing, apparently.
I think that, yeah, for the double. I mean, she might come back for a third, even more brutal massage.
Just chains and whips and things.
Chains and medieval torture devices. The stretcher machine.
Yeah, I really don't like the rack. The Iron Maiden is a bit too... I'm not into acupressure or puncture.
Yeah, I mean, what is the Iron Maiden if not just acupuncture? We're taken to a bit too far.
Some people can tolerate that sort of thing, I imagine. Some people,
Right.
that's just right.
You walk into, that one guy's home gym. He's got the Iron Maiden in the corner. Oh, what's that for, Ryan? Oh, nothing opens up the pores after a good pump like the old Maiden.
Gets me all juicy.
It makes room for the juice to flow, the Iron Maiden. That's what people don't know about it.
What I don't know about is this review. Starting from the top, I mean, yeah, a massage is meant to be relaxing, so typically, yeah, the masseuse isn't doing too much talking. You either sign up with the person who's like, I do the rough stuff, or you do a bit like, where's some tension? Where's that living? What do you want me to focus on? Okay, enjoy the soothing music, and you won't hear from me for 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
Right? Sometimes you just be sleeping through a massage.
Yeah, you snoozing and bruising. But the comment of, she was very quiet, ... I don't think she spoke much English. Something tells me those two points may have been related.
Yeah, and there's a sense of she wants to let the owner or whatever know which person is which. Not speak English, wear mask lady, good massage. Blunt bangs, very thin, evil massage. But even then, to think about a person in your mind, and that's what floats to the surface as an identifier, is like, oh yeah, she didn't even speak English, is like, is a little, a little eyebrow raiser for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, this whole place seems a little whack. The massage people asking for the tips themselves freaks me out.
Yeah, well, very nice. Didn't speak English. Mrs. didn't speak English. She didn't ask for a tip. Maybe she didn't know how, allegedly. The technique of withholding the complimentary water.
That is so bold.
It's so good.
I know I squeezed every drop of water out of your little body, pinching your skin so tight. Wouldn't you like to refresh that?
That is a great technique to extort somebody, to wring them like a sponge of 70% of their being, and then say if you want this free water, you need a tip would be nice.
Yeah, money talks, Buster.
That is a little bit like going to the doctor, though. Yeah, you need this surgery. I don't know what to tell you, boss. Yep. Yep, you're going to pay me for this thing I tell you that you need.
Yeah, something could grease the skids here. I'd make sure everything goes okay.
Yeah, these days you can't really get out of the doctor's office without slipping the surgeon a 20,
Just use the clean implements and whatnot.
Yeah, the economy's not good. Us surgeons are struggling too, That 20 goes a long way. My dog needs some kibble.
Oh, you want, I'm going to wash my hands beforehand? All right, I'll even use soap.
I don't have much reason to wash my hands right now, but maybe if a grimy $20 bill passed through them, I would really have to. So what do you think of the, I guess we haven't covered the punch in the muscle,
on
the
the
punching
bones.
and the pinching, the punching of the bones and not the fatty area.
I was wondering if our reviewer here was going to sort of be self-deprecating and say, I've got a lot of fatty area, but no, that didn't happen. It's just, they would never demean themselves. Certainly not someone who comments on somebody else's lack of language proficiency isn't going to say that they have an excess of fatty area.
I just imagine someone, they're doing the massage thing. They're searching for the spot to massage next, and they get to your funny bone and go, oh, something's up. They start massaging it, getting the area ready, massaging the muscles around it. And then they just take out one of those novelty, like 12-foot or 12-inch long little baseball bats, and just start smashing your funny bone. Just start beating it like it's a whack-a-mole or something.
See, here's my idea. Here's my thought on the whole thing. A massage parlor, massage therapy center, whatever you want to call this place, that's a team. Mm-hmm. That's a hardcore unit. And you say you were trying to skip out on a tip last time. Allegedly, you left a great tip. I don't know who to trust. But I'm thinking that Miss Blunt Bangs said, looks like you were trying to skip out on a tip last time. I'm going to make sure that never happens again. Sort of like a pitcher thrown behind a batter.
Sure, they're playing good masseuse, bad masseuse here, is what you're telling me.
Yes. Think you can mess with us, huh?
I buy that. Because, I feel like, how restaurants have staff meal?
Yeah.
There's got to be staff massage, right?
There's got to be. I hope so.
Betty Bluntbangs, was doing it a little too rough. I think one of the daintier masseuses would be like, hey, Betty, my I don't know, what's a funny bone to massage? My tibia doesn't need that much work. Come on. But who knows? Do you have a review?
Yeah. As of time of recording, there was a presidential debate this week.
Ooh, that's right.
Not that this is slightly related. So I have a couple Google reviews of the Ronald Reagan Boyhood home. Here's a review from Jody Grubman. Jody writes, "This was cool to see. It was immaculate and the lawn well manicured. I'm not one for the history, but as I age, I appreciate it more. We can all learn something from everything. What I never want to do or be like, or a fun fact I didn't know before. I am a hypnotist, so I understand that learning is something our brains needs to constantly be doing. 5 stars.
I'm not one for history, but as I get closer to dust than the new generation, relatively, I come to appreciate that things happened and continue to happen.
As my footsteps turn to ink on a page, suddenly I look back at my own story.
And go, maybe this past stuff isn't so bad.
On the other hand, I could hypnotize you if you're trying to smoke a bit.
Right, that is the other big part of the review. Only hypnotists can understand how important it is in learning, how our brain works and how learning happens.
Yeah, I've known that for a long time, especially, how hypnotists typically say, oh, there's no magic here. It's all just like skills that you practice and learn and intuit.
My favorite part of a hypnotist show is when, like, someone's not drinking the Kool-Aid and they're like, okay, get off. They quietly walk over and are like, get off the stage. And they just leave. In the media representation or, like, what you see on TV, it's always just, like, one hypnotist with one person and it's going really good. Mm-hmm. But really, hypnotists have to bring, like, 20 people on stage and see who is the most susceptible to their chicanery.
Yeah, you gotta find that scrub in the crowd.
Right. Oh, yeah. Old Vince is just up here to screw up and make a show. Actually, Vince, why don't you go sit down? All right, you're not taking my my fucking hypnotism seriously here.
Brandy over here. Uh-oh.
Randy is not only drinking the Kool-Aid, but would drink the Kool-Aid given the cultish opportunity. This man looks susceptible to some influence. Let's tell him to walk like a duck and make a fart noise for everyone.
Woo!
To be a hypnotist, to control the weak wits of all of the masses. They do not know that learning is good and happens.
Gotta keep your brain open.
So what do you think the hypnotists just think like they're smarter than everybody and that's why they learn good? Or are they just implanting the scene in the Matrix where they learn Kung Fu? They're just like installing knowledge into their brain.
Maybe. I went to Jody's reviews section and she herself visited a different hypnotist.
Oh!
This is Jody's review for Every Body in Mind Wellness Center.
A little staff hypnotism.
Yeah. I travel a lot and love to check out hypnotists wherever I travel. I am a hypnotist myself and know a great hypnotist when I see one. Carla is amazing. She is kind, professional, and down to earth. A real tell-it-like-it-is woman. She also taught me a different technique. I would highly recommend Carla and Everybody in Mind Wellness Center. And response from owner, takes one to know one. Winky face. Thank you for your kind review.
That's some Illuminati speak right there. There's some sort of coded hypnotist messaging.
Yeah, they've got some weird wavelength action.
Yeah, I gotta think, what's it like when two hypnotists meet and talk shop? Because there has to be different levels of trust in the Kool-Aid, right?
Mm-hmm.
There have to be hypnotists that, when speaking candidly, are completely like, yeah, this is a sham, this is just, mind tricks, I'm not really doing anything special, anyone can do this. And then there has to be hypnotists that are full on, like...
Mm-hmm. This is my grandmother's crystal.
Right. People that think they're fucking Professor X, basically.
They're sipping milkshakes in the shop. Oh, yeah. I had this guy bark like a dog.
It's the difference between do you think that you made them bark their dog because they wanted to, or did you own their brains? There must be a lot of heated debates.
I'm sure there is, like judgment. Oh, you're on that college tour racket, huh? No.
Must be nice.
I set up shop in my town. The people know where to find me.
I hypnotize for the community.
Young, feeble, impressionable minds that you go out and torment.
I am molding ancient divorced minds, making them quit cigarette. I do wonder what the hypnotist make you quit cigarettes conversation is like. Yeah, man, you just gotta stop. Aren't you gonna get out a watch or something and put me in a trance? No, you just gotta stop doing that. What are you talking about? They hit them. Stop it.
I'm gonna punch you in the bone.
Every time I'm gonna find you, every time you smoke a cigarette, I'm gonna fucking punch you in all your bones. Well, I don't want that. Well, yeah, so think twice about it next time. Oh, jeez, I guess I'm cured.
It's just that easy.
How rigid is that definition of hypnotism? That's what I want to know. How many schools of thought are recognized?
Just like the mind, it's flexible.
Oh, I'm an unorthodox Anglo-hypnotist, sort of new age with a little Anglo tinge, you know what I mean? I like to use the watch, but swaying them back and forth is a little played. I think I'll just read a quick review here. Yeah, I'm not sure how much we'll have to say about this. From Amazon, we got a review for Madagascar, Escape to Africa. I have never seen the sequel to Madagascar, but I can say it's one of those animation sequels where the quality of the animation goes down between movies somehow. So
they keep the voice cast though, yeah?
They keep let me double check. I don't want to speak with any authority on this.
I feel like they probably did.
Cast: Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer. Yep, we got them all. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh.
Cedric the Entertainer, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Jada and Chris Rock working on the same... What times they were.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's true. That is so weird. Alexander Cash titles their review, "Wow." Right. I laughed. I cried. I laughed again. I cheered for my wonderful furry friends and their absolutely bonkers adventure through Africa and beyond. This movie pulls at the soul in ways beautifully indescribable and efficiently creates intense suspense and investments in its characters. At multiple moments, it had me on the edge of my seat. Some for excitement, some for fear, others out of laughter. This film should be highly regarded as one of the most influential and groundbreaking motion pictures of modern cinema. 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's trying to sell this movie.
Yeah, it's right there where it's like, where is the irony here? Or did they just get excited about their own review?
Yeah, it could just be like an excited teenager, a 9th grader who's like, finally the parental controls are taken off the computer and I can do whatever I want. Which is write a review for Madagascar.
What's a cool name? Alexander. Okay, close. Cash. Oh, yeah. Oof. When you're in 8th or 9th grade, like, Cash is the coolest thing.
Yeah, Alexander the Great Cash.
Alexander the Great Cash. And when you're in 8th or 9th grade, every movie you see is the best movie ever.
Dude, that's the best. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can't imagine seeing, like, Into the Spider-Verse 2 in 8th grade, dude. Nothing would be the same. I would be Miles Morales. I'd get the, like, top dreads, and I'd shave get the clean cut on the sides, get the dreads on top, dude. White boy going to school with his Miles Morales hoodie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I listen to Post Malone. But I don't know if Madagascar would have hit that way.
I know they had the Penguins of Madagascar show. Madagascar was a thing for a while.
It was a big thing.
Strangely, like, you don't think of DreamWorks as being that. I don't know. They did the Monsters vs. Aliens. I think they had a show of that one too. I'm freaking out.
Yeah, it's kind of... Minions sort of came along shortly after and changed everything, didn't it?
It's just scrubbed everything else from existing other than Shrek.
Yeah. It rewrote history. Yes, we were Minions, and all that came before was Shrek. Toy Story? Yeah, maybe some people watch that. Maybe some people know who Woody is, but you see these little guys that go, hey,
that's the best thing ever. We got Steve Carell doing a voice. Whoa, what kind of world is this?
Yeah, I kind of have a love-hate with Steve Carell in that movie, because I feel like, I don't know, as of Eastern European descent, I'm not particularly offended with his little, like, generic Eastern European accent situation.
Yeah.
But I do think it's, like, the least light-handed accent in modern voice acting. It's a lot.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of the movies, and maybe that's part of the reason. Like, maybe it's just, like, I want my guy to actually do some work, and it feels like they didn't ask him to. Or maybe he's being handcuffed by having to do a voice.
Oh,
like
sure.
Any of the recent Adam Sandler movies where he's doing something. Just give me Adam Sandler being himself.
Right. It's almost giving, like, really coming in for that paycheck and walking out.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, think of if Jim Carrey got a voice role, man. He'd be going ape in that studio.
Mm-hmm. Look at him be doing Robotnik.
That's true. And he's coming back, man.
Committed to it.
He's coming back for the love of the game. He said he was done just because he's, retired. He don't need to do movies. But he just came back for the love of the game, bro. You gotta love it. Keanu.
Yeah, that voice acting performance is gonna be something to behold.
Hey, I'm gonna love it. It's kind of perfect. I don't think you can get an actual good voice actor for Shadow. It just doesn't. You need someone bring me back to the 90s, put hair gel in my hair, put some Jinko jeans on me. What kind of voice acting would I like? Keanu Reeves doing Shadow the Hedgehog.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be sick. I just watched The Matrix recently, man.
Man.
And it's the same sort of thing. Like, yeah, his performance is kind of weird and weak, but could it be any other way? I don't know.
Yeah, even in Point Break, he's got some oof moments, but
yeah,
you just gotta love it so much. You gotta love Gary Busey being like a real person as an actor.
Yeah, you can tell it's real. Man, Gary Busey's really acting. You could not tell he's insane at all. I always love Gary Busey and Black Sheep, where they're like, hey, we got Gary Busey. Let's just let him be Gary Busey on set for 20 minutes and record it.
That is not something I've seen in a long time, but hey, it's election season. Maybe I should.
Oh, you should. It's underrated. It's overshadowed by the love that Chris's other projects get. But I think in a vacuum on its own, just as good. Not as good as Tommy Boy. That's sort of a magic moment, but
yeah, classic.
Doesn't deserve the flag.
Best movie ever. I cried. I laughed.
I watched Tommy Boy. I cried. I laughed.
My mom made popcorn. It was real cool.
My parents sat and watched the whole movie together with me. It's the first time. Wow.
I got to put my feet on the couch and everything.
This changed cinema forever. All right, I think we gotta take a break before we get any more Gary Busey on here.
Take a trip with me and tell me what you see, staying out till the street. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. ReviewBuddy.com, click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to Reviewer Redux. What is that? What do those words mean? That's the segment where we bring back reviewers that somehow left an impression on us. Good, bad, indifferent. Good, bad, ugly, I should say, because that's a movie. Sometimes they just had like a certain flavor, or they said something outlandish. And hey, look, they wrote other reviews. Let's dive back into the muck, or the spring of life, and see what else is there. And on this edition, I'm bringing back some reviews of Urena Kelvin, IMDb reviewer. You might start to remember when I say that he wrote a review of 2020 movie Love and Monsters, which he titled Ultra Beta.
Oh, I vaguely... That was the, sort of B movie that was kind of actually good.
Yeah, to refresh everyone's memory of Love and Monsters, Kelvin titled his review Ultra Beta and wrote, "This dude is your typical beta male second fiddle type of guy. He's weak and his girlfriend plays games with him. She uses him as an emotional support while she's banging Chad Thundercock. Don't believe me? Watch this movie through a red pill lens and thank me later."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's giving... There's this, Steam curator group that, which, it's like a Steam group page thing. They basically review games and sort of can post them. They curate the games. They make a list of yeses and nos for you, and they curate the games based on whether it's woke or not.
Okay.
And it's nope. I know Monster Hunter Rise is on there because there's gender affirmation, or there's a monster that is both something, just all the most stupidest reasoning. Anyway, let's hear from this jackass.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of actual reviews. I'm gonna save those, but he does have some ratings.
Okay.
And there's only 16 movies that he rated. I'll read them in order of him rating them. Just name the movie and name his rating. Shawshank Redemption, 10 stars. The Godfather, 10 stars. Godfather Part 2, 8. Dark Knight, 7. Fight Club, 8. The Matrix, 10. Joker, 10. Harakiri, 10. American History X, 9. Terminator Dark Fate, 1. Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, 1. Birds of Prey, 1. Geek Love, 1. Last of Us Part 2, 1. Voyagers, 1. Love and Monsters, 1.
Has this guy formed any of his own opinions over the last 35 years?
I don't know.
I think he's just getting them from elsewhere. Also, I watched The Matrix last week. That is the wokest movie of all time, and I say that affectionately. That movie is it's literally where the phrase comes from. You fucking wake up in the pod, and you're woke. You fucking know what's going on. That movie's so fucking left-leaning, insanely.
Maybe he doesn't know about the Wachowskis and how they're not brothers anymore.
Yeah, the whole situation, definitely. But they cooked. They fucking cooked, that's for sure.
And that one they did. As they went on, I don't know.
Yeah, I told the partner, hey, if you like this, we should watch the other ones. There's, good stuff in all of them. The cool action stuff gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But the storyline part, it kind of peaks here. Kind of the alpha and the omega here.
Yeah. In any case, if I breeze through those too quickly, it was very much like man movie, edgy man movie, edgy man movie. And then movie with female lead, movie with female lead, movie with female lead.
Fight Club is also a great like red flag for people that like anti-woke media, but it's actually like the wokest shit ever.
Yeah, he can't see through the top layer.
Mm-hmm.
Subtext? What? I'm not a sub, dude. What are you talking
I'm not. You pay attention in English class? I got a D in that. Oh, I'm cool.
So for his reviews, I'll go through these. Voyagers, a 2021 science fiction-y film. I don't know. I never heard of it. He titles his review, Lord of the Flies, but in space. Just watch Lord of the Flies. It's the exact plot. And I guess the flag there is that he's saying, just watch Lord of the Flies.
That's true.
Instead of saying, just read it. It's not a long book. It's really good. Yeah, he did get the D in English class.
I mean, it is in the 90s they adapted it or something, but who's watching that, bro?
Yeah.
Who's watching the low-budget Lord of the Flies? Read the damn book.
I want to be picturing all those unsettling images in my own mind's eye.
Yeah, it's truly one of those books you can't... It's just unadaptable. Just like... Yeah, like you said, those images have to be in your brain, not on the screen for the full effect, I think.
Yeah, I can picture the exact same picture of little piggy smashed on the rocks.
Not good. Not good for anybody.
Not a good picture. Here is Kelvin's review of Terminator Dark Fate. He titles it, Terminator Met Its Dark Fate. And writes, Mackenzie Davis starring as a useless junkie that needs to get her fix in order to continue fighting. Another ploy by the Marxists to push their communist agenda.
Amazing, dude.
I didn't see this movie, but
no. If Terminator went commie, that would be sick. That's what he doesn't understand, bro. If we're going by the rule of cool here, nothing cooler than your sci-fi going full commie. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
Matrix, case in point.
Yeah, there you go. Of Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, he titles his review, Total Waste of Money on This Feminist BS. And he writes, Orange Man bad, women good. All men are pigs, but we must be equal to them. What a bunch of hogwash this movie is. Any man that supports this trash must have a high level of estrogen in their tank.
I just feel like, what are you asking for? You know, what at the end of the day, what are these people asking for? Should a movie about Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, an all-female superhero team, not have a little girl power? Not have a little anti-establishment? Like, how sterile do you want your fucking media, bro? Sounds so boring.
Yeah, I don't think he understands a lot of things.
They've lost the script, bro. They don't know what they want. They're waiting for people to tell them what they want.
I think it really becomes clear with this final review from Kelvin, which is a review of a television show called Geek Love. It was from 2011. It ran for 11 episodes. There are 2 reviews of this show. One of them is his. He wrote his review in 2020. It feels like he's just going out of his way to find things to yell at.
Sure.
And of Geek Love, Kelvin titles his review, Hit the Gym! And he writes, You see it plain as day. Women despise weak men. They always come up with the excuse that he's not my type, etc. What you need to do is better yourself. Get stronger. Embrace your toxic masculinity.
Yeah, we haven't seen this, so we have no idea exactly what he's referring to. I'm sure it's bullshit from the evidence we've gotten together here. But man, don't embrace your toxic masculinity.
Yeah, please don't.
Do embrace the parts of your masculinity that are positive and help you and the world around you. But you're just making your life worse. What does he even think toxic masculinity is? I really want to have a conversation with this person. I know it won't go anywhere, but they just raise so many questions. They're hard statements that are supposed to be the final word in the conversation. Just give me so many questions. Like what are these toxic traits that you want to portray that are so good? Tell me. I want to hear them in plain terms. You know what I mean? Oh, I see it. Oh, geek. Yeah, this is a geek dating show, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so they had some guy, like, they told some guy to be nice to girls or something to get a girlfriend, and he took issue with it, I'm guessing.
Wait, are you kidding? Just hit the gym, man. This can't exist.
We've said it before, but what a sad existence. Seeking out media that you know you won't like in order not to like it.
Well, Kelvin, you do you, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks, Kelvin. I mean, what a great window into the reviewer's world. That's what this podcast is all about. It's a dirty, scummy window, but hey, we had to look through it. The voyeur in us demanded it. Oh my goodness. This episode's flying by, bro. I got a review.
Oh, yeah.
This is from Amazon for the GameCube Console Platinum Renewed.
Oh,
A refurbished GameCube allegedly by the Amazon Renewed store. I saw a couple people name drop some other distributors from this. So yeah, just refurbished GameCube, specifically the Platinum one. I'm a purple GameCube guy, but
me too.
It's just.
Oh my god! I went to a Half Price Books like a year or so ago, and they had a spice orange GameCube for sale.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like, I got Purple Boy at home, but there's something special about that spice orange.
Yeah, for fellas of our generation, there's nothing more tantalizing than like a picture of a game collector's collection, and they have like every color of the N64. Jungle green's all you need, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I could not convince my parents to get rid of our gray game N64 to get a jungle green one. But at least I had the purple controller. That one, the purple N64 controller. Anyway, B says they're reliving the dream. They write, I was only expecting the cube and in somewhat rough shape. What I got was a perfect condition GameCube with all the cables, the manual, and, in all caps, brand new matching controller in the wrapper. What the fuck? I didn't even want to take it out of the bag. I'll probably never get the chance again, but man, it feels so good. 5 stars.
That seems hard to believe, frankly.
I think someone cleaned the controller, refurbished it, so to speak, and put it in a nice wrapper for you, which is very nice.
You can seal bags, plastic bags.
I thought only Nintendo had such power as to seal packaging.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be stoked too if if they went to that level of care. All right, get it, Amazon refurbished.
Mm-hmm. I think the excitement for a nice new controller in plastic wrap is warranted, but bro, it's resealed. You gotta understand. No one's like sending off mint collector's items as refurbished goods. That's sort of against the whole. That's not what refurbished means.
I know you've got rose-colored glasses on now because you got yourself a GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
Nostalgia tint, but yeah, I'm guessing if you look a bit closer, you'll see a scuff here or there. There'll be a little like thummy smudge, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That just didn't get wiped away. A little bit of crust.
And that's sort of the beauty of it. To be used is to be loved, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The GameCube deserves it. And hey, have you ever met a GameCube that didn't work?
They just chug.
Yeah, these are like the fucking cockroaches of 2000s hardware, dude. They don't make them like this no more. Even when this thing came out, they didn't make them like this anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I went to try something on my Wii a handful of years ago, and I was like, oh, it doesn't seem to be, what's going on? Does my Wii not work?
Yeah.
And then, go to the GameCube. Here we go.
Fires right up. Yeah, I'm very happy I have a Sega in working condition, but I got one of those late games. Like, we're not making Segas anymore, so here's a really nice version of a Sega.
Mm-hmm.
That one's still good, but I don't know. My controllers are in pretty good condition. No one's ever gotten jazzed up when I've handed them my Sega controller. Maybe I should wrap it in some plastic. Pretend it's
brand new.
Yeah, you can play player 2 if you want, but you have to crack this mint controller.
Oh man, you invite this guy over and give him the P2 in wrapper. Oh,
I don't know.
am I gonna get a chance to play with a fresh controller again? Yeah, dude, just for you. Happy bachelor party.
This reminds me. We'll tangent before we finish the episode or do a final review here, but quickly. In Japan, there's these vending machines that are handing out, what do you call it, stim toys or whatever those are called.
Oh, yeah.
Fidget spinners, but, just clickies and stuff. But they're like pieces of controller. Like, it'll just be the ABXY section of the GameCube, and you can click the buttons.
I've seen these too.
Yeah, the twist is those are made with authentic Nintendo manufacturing molds. And so those new buttons are the only way to get new buttons. So there was lines around the Tokyo City block for these gacha machines because people were fishing for refurbished parts.
Wow.
Yeah, so they sold out instantly. Sucks that you have to, go to a gacha machine to try and get a new B button for your Wiimote instead of just ordering it online. But hey, still kind of neat. You want to finish us off with a little review here?
Yeah, I'll do this one here. I've got an Amazon review for mini hands for cats. Tiny finger hands. Little cat hands for fingers. Finger puppet for cat paws. Finger gloves for cats. Small tiny hands. Soft for cat massage. 6 pieces.
I'm getting that there's something to do with cats and fingers.
Yeah, they're little human hands that allegedly you put on your cat, so it looks like they're giving a peace sign or a high five or a fist. I Heart Avery titles their review, "The hands themselves are fabulous, ... and writes, "My cat is the one who's being a total D-bag and not cooperating at all. It's like he's forgetting who feeds him, waters him, shelters him, and sometimes pets him. What an ungrateful, fat, 4-legged fur sack. The hands are awesome, though. Not sorry I got them. My cat, on the other hand, disappointed he didn't come with a disclaimer that said, quote, will not participate in any tomfoolery, shenanigans, or anything remotely related to fun. He's pretty good at trying to kill me by tripping me down the stairs, so I'll keep him. 5 stars.
A cat's, I don't want to say ability, a cat's, procliance? What am I trying to say here? Proclivity. A cat's proclivity to bite the hand that feeds it is both what I respect about a cat and why I don't want a cat. There's a certain strength for their laissez-faire. You feed me every day, but I don't give a shit sort of attitude. That's sort of what I roll with at the workplace, but yeah, I don't want it in my house. I just feel like you're knowingly. There's 2 layers to this. You're writing this review about how your cat's being annoying while knowingly signing up for it, and also you gave 5 stars. You're not really mad at your cat. You're kind of just like want to talk. It's giving you just want to talk about your cat. You want to tell people about your cat, which is fine.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I couldn't help but think, since my brain is in GameCube mode, that a cat is like one member of the Star Fox crew, Falco.
Sure.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily... I don't know that I would want a friend who is like Falco. But every now and then, I'll play the game. Because what makes Falco appealing is his laissez-faire, I'm better than you. Get out of my way. You're like, you're so cool, but you're still pretty annoying.
Right. Falco's not the kind of guy you want to spend your relaxation time with. He might be kind of a bad vibe, but being on your team, he does bring a certain flavor that is good for the atmosphere.
Yeah. Am I going to own Falco in my crew? In real life, no. Just like I won't own a cat. Tiny hands or not. But I guess I'll try the tiny hands.
He does provide me a special sort of motivation when I'm out there blasting spaceships.
They're on my tail, you idiot.
I mean, would you rather a Falco or a Slippy in the crew? That's the real.
Whew. Hard questions.
And I think we've all had Falcos and Slippies in our lifetimes, on our teams. Doing improv with us, all the above.
Mm-hmm.
What you really want to be is a Peppy. Do a barrel roll. All right. I think we're going to barrel roll on out of this episode. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Thanks for listening, everybody. You made it to the end of ReviewParty.com 221. Welcome to the Real Ones Club. If you are already a real one, join us in welcoming the newest, the realest of us. And we'd like you to know, hey, we got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. You can find us wherever you get them podcasts. Wherever you're listening right now, you might get more of us. If you want to send in a funny review for us to make some more funny out of, please send that review to reviewparty.com at gmail.com. Include a hyperlink, a screenshot, whatever you gotta do, and your name, what we can refer to you as, so we can give you some credit.
If you want to reach out to us some other way, social media, fam, at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, at reviewpartypod on Twitter/X. Hey, we're on Letterboxd. You can find reviews from us there. You can find some of our stuff on YouTube as well. And hey, we've got a website, reviewparty.com, where blogs are written, where blue is ever present, where you might just find yourself a new listening platform if you got an email warning you that yours is going under, just like every single other one. Find yourself a life draft at reviewparty.com.
A life raft. Save me, nosebleeds. They got life rafts for you. They're jams. Bread for breakfast. You heard it throughout the episode. You can find more life rafts from them on Spotify. Just search Nosebleeds, one word. Good group of dudes, a good group of music. Follow, subscribe, favorite wherever you're listening to. Leave a review on iTunes or Podchaser, or I think Spotify, you can do that now. Recommend to a friend. That's a good way to do it. Matt has a newsletter. Freaking Gmail's being weird about it, but we got it. Go sign up. I got a review to finish us off.
Let's do it.
Aptly titled in my notes, The Honey Nut Finisher from Amazon. Honey Nut Cheerios Cereal, limited edition, happy heart shapes. Heart healthy cereal with whole grain oats, giant size, 27.2 ounces. Whoa. Love this stuff. 3177345 titles their review. One of my favorite snacks, they write. Now I'm out, but not for long. 5 stars.
Oh, I love a cereal re-up.